opening statement about the game?
Yeah, well, a little disappointed, honestly, probably in that first half. Those first two quarters, I don't know. We didn't have our identity, and probably, Texarkana played out, and they played hard, and they were competing, and, really what we thought they would do, though, and they were going to come at us and probably shoot fairly quickly, which they did, and, play loose and free, because they didn't have anything to lose from this game whatsoever. They had played last night even, or yesterday afternoon in a conference game, so this is almost an exhibition for them, and doesn't even count on their schedule. So we thought that might be coming, and I just don't know if we weren't prepared, if we didn't have the right mindset coming in or not. But, yeah, we readjusted, I thought, at halftime. That looked much more like us in that third quarter. And I think our group is still learning. We're growing up. We're, not immature in a bad way, just inexperienced. We're young, and we're going through all of this for the first time. And sometimes it takes some growing pains to do that. But, yeah, like I said, the third quarter was us. It looked much more like the team that we are capable of being. But, again, it was one of the four quarters, so that's not going to be good enough against some other competition as we get going throughout the year. So we'll get better from it. We got to see the ball go through the hole a little bit for some of these guys. So obviously Jordan going 3 for 6. Tyler went 3 for 6 from the three. Jordan, I knew one of these was coming for her. We just weren't sure when, but the kid works her tail off and spends a lot of time, at her craft. So I'm really happy for her. And this is back-to-back games where freshmen have led us in scoring, and we're going to need these guys as the year goes on. So we'll take some positives from it, but it just took us a while to get going tonight.
Yeah, Jordan, player of the game, now your career high with 20 points. How does it feel?
It feels good. It was nice to see the ball go through the hole a little bit. It definitely gave me some confidence going into our next game, but, yeah, it felt good.
Coach, you mentioned you guys didn't really look like yourselves in the first half. And I hate to bring it up, but do you think that that's maybe a little bit residual from the game the other night against Gonzaga, and maybe, I don't know, maybe just feeling a little let down? I mean, do you think that plays a part in that at all, or?
I think it could play a part, but what we kind of told us, if we want to be special and you want to be great, you can't let that kind of hangover, so to speak, happen very often, because when we get into league play, we may have one of those types of nights. And, yeah, we did invest a lot in Gonzaga, and it was emotional and those types of things. But we've had a couple days to get over that one and prepare for this one. So it's more of it's a teaching point, a talking point that it can happen. But, again, it's, my sustained success and being consistent every day, and to win championships, you have to have that mindset. And we didn't have it today. We just, thankfully, I guess we just got the right opponent on the right day. But I think we got to be a little careful, because that could come back to get us if we don't learn from this.
And you mentioned, the freshmen. Obviously, Jordan, you had a huge game tonight. And then, on Thursday, you guys get a big game. We've got the preseason WAC Player of the Year here on this team. But what should it say to future opponents that, hey, like, we're not a one-trick pony. Like, we've got a lot of depth on this team, a lot of young players that you should probably be scouting when you look at us.
Well, hopefully all of what you just said is what, it means. Yeah, Ayanna got that award, and that was, deserved for her. But we've never been about one player. This has always been about balance and depth here in our program. And, we're just doing it with new pieces, but they're talented pieces, and that's what's great. But teams, I think Texarkana kind of focused on the paint, and they were kind of daring some of these kids to shoot. And, if you look statistically, maybe they had a reason to do some of those types of things. And other teams will try to take some of our post presence away. So from that side, yeah, now Jordan just made 3 and Tyler just made 3. And so do you really want to try that kind of pick your poison type approach? And so, yeah, this was good for us, because this type of game, or this scout, right, that teams are going to try to do that to us, was coming. We just hadn't seen a ton of it yet. But, yeah, if you looked at it, we thought it was coming at some point. I'm glad it was tonight. I'm glad these guys got to see it go through the net.
Jordan, I was talking to somebody during the game, and I noticed the first couple of times you took a 3, they left you just standing there. And I mentioned that I remembered reading that you had scored like 73 points in a game before you got here to SFA. What goes through your mind when somebody backs away from you there at the 3-point line? I mean, do you just see green lights, money bags hanging up there when they back away from you?
Yeah. Also, I feel like it's kind of like disrespectful, because it's like, I can shoot the ball. I haven't been shooting it that well, but definitely, I think it is kind of disrespectful, and so that's why I get in the gym and I work on it. And today, I just was able to see it fall through, and that's what I'm going to continue to do. So,
somewhat looking ahead, what's going to be the plan for this week with basically almost a full week off before Arizona State, that big matchup that's going to be in the Coliseum Sunday at 4 o'clock?
Yeah, so we get a week off before Arizona State. So I guess a week from probably about right now. I don't know what time it is, but it's probably around 4 o'clock right now. So we got about a week on the dot. So yeah, finals week. So get day off and maybe even a light day or so in there too, where they can kind of really focus on their academic piece. And then as the week goes on, we'll ramp it back up. So yeah, bodies can heal for a couple days, ramp it back up, get back to team stuff as they kind of hopefully their finals, get behind them. And then yeah, we'll put full attention on to Arizona State and then everybody there before Christmas until we get into WAC play. But should be a fun one next Sunday. Again, we get a Power 5 in here, and that doesn't happen very often. So we need to take advantage of that opportunity.